Thank you for watching. I'm just here to share some of the things that have been flowing through my being to continue to be able to share here on this camera. Um, I just want to talk about the idea that we have of ourselves. So many of us want to be happy in this world. So many of us are trying to acquire this happiness. We're searching everywhere for every answer out there. I mean, it feels like that's why we come here, is to be, enjoy, to love this experience, but so many of us are just falling short. We're not reaching our happiness level of what we think we should be feeling. And there's plenty of reasons for that. However, I think that the simplest reason that we're missing our happiness is because that we believe that we are something that we're not. We have this idea that we've created through this experience when we were growing up. Certain experiences, certain traumas, certain people in our life helped us gather this identity that we think we are. Now, if this is your first time ever hearing something like this, some of these words may not register with you, but as you just sit here and sit with me in this experience, these words will hit your heart. We're not happy because we're scared to let go of this identity that we think we are. We put so much power and so much pride into this identity. I'm Dominic. Woo! We think we're strong for being this identity that we've made up. And because we do that, we continue to suffer over and over and over because we identify with all of the thoughts and ideas that arise within this mind of ours. Now, it's very simple to let this go, but so much fear, so much worry, so much other things that we want to focus on, we don't allow ourselves to just sit and be who we actually are. And because of that, we're all missing ourself. We're trying to find it in material satisfaction. We're trying to find it in a successful job, or being better than people, or being the coolest around, and being able to talk with the most swag. Yeah, those things are cool and those help here, but the person that has discovered their true self, the self that is before all of that identity, that person is the happiest. That person is the most joyful. They're not so stuck on the momentary satisfaction of this world, you know? They've discovered something deeper that's not temporary, that is here consistent. It's like we believe that we are this mind, and because we believe that we are this mind, we identify with every thought. If you have a thought that comes up 10 times a day that says you're a piece of shit, you believe that thought. That's why you feel bad about yourself, is because you believe you are that thought. However, you didn't know that you didn't have to listen to that thought. And if you're here now you know. You don't have to believe that you are these thoughts and these emotions anymore. If you're being hurt by these thoughts, these ideas, this identity, stop listening to it. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to listen to it. How joyful is that? Freedom is in that. You can allow these thoughts to arise and let them go. But we don't want to do that. We are so addicted to just identifying and believing we are this mind. And because of that, we continue the cycle of suffering. It's very simple to explain with this analogy. This kind of was guided for me to show you. So it's like, basically, this is you. This is your mind and your body. Life is the water. It pours into you. Now, if you believe that you are this mind, with all of these fears, these negative ideas, these illusions about this shitty life that you're living, you identify with that mind every time. So when life, the water, pours in to the bottle, the water just forms to whatever you think you are. And because you think this life is shitty, this life has to be shitty. It's what you're creating. The life is coming through you. If you believe that you're unsuccessful in this life and you're never going to amount to anything and that everyone hates you, life is pouring through you, and that is what you are making your reality to be. I can tell you that the one way to start to remember who you actually are is to be willing, to become willing to let go of this self that you think you are. To be willing when fear comes up or anger comes up, to just not identify with that. You do not have to merge with the fear. Allow the fear to come up. Fear comes up because you've programmed yourself to be afraid, whether that be a random experience you had, a random thought that happened 10 years ago. Now is the time, and the only time that is real for you to be able to change that. You know what I'm saying? Right now. As these things come up, and if you become aware of something that is hurting you, a program that you've programmed yourself to think, whatever thought that may be, just watch it. Be aware of that thought. When it comes up, say, wow, I'm thinking this thought, and look how I feel because I think this thought. You don't have to identify with it. Watch the thought arise and try to find a space that is just watching. Just allow yourself to sit in that space. If you sit in that space, you will feel this grace, this ease. Something will arrive, and it will show you that you can let it go. You can let this sadness, this madness, this insanity just go. It's your choice. It's no one else's choice. It's not your past that created you like this. Yes, your brain has formed and your neurons are firing in that manner. However, now is the only time that you have the ability to change these things. And I can tell you, just be willing. If you're willing, grace is here to help you out. If you're willing, you will hear the words that I have to say. If you're willing, everything will just take care of itself. Just be willing to become aware of these thoughts and programs and sit in the position of the witness, the observer. Watch these things. And as these things come up, don't identify with them. Don't cling on to them and say, I'm sad, fuck my life, I hate this, blah, 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 over and over, because that you're giving the power to it. Allow these things to come up. Yes, there is sadness in my body. I feel it. However, I don't have to identify. Where can I just sit and watch this? Just sit here with me. And if you are willing to do that, you will begin to be able to cultivate this ability to just be your true self. Not what you've programmed yourself to be, but to be the real observer, the one that is consistently here, that allows yourself to just watch all of these things show up and allow them to go away. If you're willing, you'll begin to discover more of what I'm speaking about. You'll find books. You'll find people like me. Life isn't as hard as we've all made it here. We've been stuck in a dream, and it's time to wake up in the dream. No one's gonna do it for you, though. It's up to you to do that. We are here with you. Love is here with you. I am here right now with you to tell you it is possible to be happy again, to be at peace, to just dance here in this dream that we're in, you know? I love you. I'm here with you, for sure. Namaste. Om. 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 Let's have a fucking happy dance. Let's do it.